This Memorial Day weekend, we honor the fallen at America's Home for Racing.
The 66th running of the Coca-Cola 600.
The individuals depicted have been arrested but not convicted at the time of story postings. This information does not infer or imply guilt of any actions or activity other than their arrest. We make no warranty or guarantee as to the accuracy of this data. Welcome back into the WHKY News as we have a look at the crime report. I'm Ralph Mangum. Arianna Mack has some news from the courtroom to get us started.
That's correct, Ralph. A man received a minimum prison sentence of more than 2 years in a drug case. 40-year-old Tamir L.C. Randall pleaded guilty to attempted trafficking in methamphetamine, driving while impaired, and possession of a firearm by a felon. The guilty plea was entered during a recent session of Iredell County Superior Court. He was sentenced to 27 to 42 months in prison. On February 18, 2022, narcotics investigators with the Iredell County Sheriff's Office executed a narcotics search warrant at an address on Logan Street in Statesville. They've been receiving information about the occupants of the residence possibly distributing controlled substances in the area. A search of the residence was conducted. A 9mm pistol and 1,076 grams of marijuana were found. Randall was confined in the Maury Correctional Institution in Greene County, North Carolina. I'm Arianna Mack for WHKY.
Thanks, Arianna. A man faces multiple charges following a reported domestic incident in Morganton. Rob Eastwood has the details.
According to police reports, the suspect in this case broke into a home despite there being a domestic violence protective order in place. A woman and 3 children hid in another part of the home until police arrived. They were taken out of the home safely, and the suspect was arrested. He was placed in jail initially without bond. 34-year-old Oscar Humberto Eliza Velasquez was arrested Wednesday by Morganton Public Safety Officers. He's charged with felony breaking and entering with intent to terrorize, violation of a domestic violence protective order, and domestic criminal trespass. The suspect also had an active warrant for failing to appear on the original crime of domestic violence charge. On Wednesday at 1:21 a.m., officers received a 911 call in regards to a break-in in progress. The caller said her children's father had gained entry to the home and was in the living room. The caller and 3 of her children were hiding in another room in the home, and also said there was a domestic violence protective order in place. Officers arrived on the scene, set up a perimeter, and attempted to have the caller and her children safely exit the home through one of the doors. The caller and her children were able to exit safely. The suspect was found in the living room and given commands to exit the home. He was detained. The suspect, Oscar Humberto Eliza Velasquez, was placed in the Burke County Jail under no bond on a 48-hour hold until a judge could set bond. Court dates were scheduled for Thursday and April 21st. Reporting from Burke County for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood.
Thank you, Rob. 34-year-old Michael James Morgan Jr. of Stony Point has pleaded guilty to 2 counts of possession of a firearm by a felon. He entered the plea during a recent session of Alexander County Superior Court. Morgan was sentenced to 19 to 32 months in prison. The Alexander County Sheriff's Office arrested Morgan early on the morning of April 1st. He is listed as a felon as the result of a drug possession conviction in 2020. Morgan was incarcerated in the Granville Correctional Institution in Butner, North Carolina. And according to published reports, a Hickory man was stabbed to death in Kinston, North Carolina. The victim is 45-year-old Bradley Brady. The incident occurred Wednesday morning. According to a news release, Kinston police officers responded to a call reporting that a man might have been shot at an apartment complex. The call came in at about 7 a.m. Wednesday. The victim was found deceased outside an apartment. Medical responders found that the victim had not been shot but was stabbed in the chest. At last report, no arrest had been made. This has been the Crime Report. Thank you all for joining us. For WHKY, I'm Ralph Mangum, reminding you to keep it clean and keep it legal.